Hi students, it's Mr. Arreaga. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the group project that I'm assigning this week. It's a little different than the ones we normally do in this class, but I think this one has a little more real life application to it. Um, it's the best way I want you to think about it. It's like presenting a product, like on the TV show Shark Tank. I guess is the best way to think of it. But what I want to do is go over the assignment so there's not any questions or fewer questions. Hearing it is, for me at least, I will understand it better, at least in my mind. So I figured if I just went through it, everything with you, seeing it and hearing it at the same time might make more sense. So the first thing is the background and the purpose. I try to apply some real life applications to everything we do. They're just not exercises and things. Just I don't assign things just because this is something I want you to take some get some real life experience. So this is something that I feel you'll probably have to end up doing at some point, at least working in a group. Okay. So the background and purpose says I'm reading straight off the assignment instructions. In the business world, you inevitably have to work in a group setting, whether it's for planning an event or developing a presentation. This assignment will solidify what you've learned in chapters 9 and 10. So if you haven't done them yet, regardless if you've done the study guides, if you haven't read chapters 9 and 10, you need to do that. Although this project may seem difficult to do on an online setting, it is not impossible. With the invention of file sharing and video conferencing, you should be able to complete this assignment. So what I mean by that, using FaceTime, using Skype, things of that nature, a lot of times you may have to work with someone who's not only in a different geographic location, whether it could be someone across the ocean or something, but video conferencing, telephone conferencing, that's something that you'll encounter no matter what type of field you go into. There's always going to be some sort of conference calls and working in a group setting. Okay. Please pay attention to the details and think outside the box. Okay. While most of us do not speak in large groups of people on a day-to-day basis, there will come a time when you need to work in a group setting. Whether you like it or not, I hate group work, by the way. Group work is inevitable in many lines of work. Being able to work with someone else to achieve a common goal. If you remember in the textbook, that's the definition of group. And team, there are two different definitions, but you each have a common goal. So if this was a team, getting the A or getting a good grade is your good goal. So remember the difference between team and group. It's listed in chapter 10. Let's see. For example, you may be talking to an investor about a company or a product you have invented. Knowing how to approach someone to get what you want is very important. You will need to establish credibility and be able to convey to them why your product idea is important and how you would be successful. It would be successful in the marketplace. Okay, you kind of get the hint of where we're going. The topic. You and your partner are presenting a new product to a group of investors. Think of the show Shark Tank. Your product can be something that has already been invented. So you're just pretending that you've invented, let's say, the iPhone or something like that. Okay. You must convince them why your product is valuable and how it has the potential to produce a large profit. So you're trying to get others to buy into your idea for a product. So you're pretending that the iPhone is not currently out. That you're trying to inform them. I keep using iPhone, but any type of product, that the product is out there and you're the inventor, and giving them compelling data is really important. So like I said, this is all fictitious. So what I want you to do is to get the information about the product, sales numbers or projections or something like that. All that information is already out there. You don't have to invent that or create that. You're just conveying the message. Okay? So, and if you want to invent something and make up numbers, that's okay too. But the whole point of this assignment is getting the information, conveying it, having your argument and evidence of why you think this product or service or something like that is a good thing. Okay. Group pairing information. As you may find, you're not always going to be choose who you can work with. Therefore, you must work with the partner I have assigned to you. Also, along with this assignment and the link to this video, there are two different group pairings in this folder. I did it by class number, so some of you are in speech 1301, section 1, and then some of you are in group 1311, section 5. So whatever section you're in, that's how I did the pairing. So if you don't find your name on one list, it's on the other. Okay. Let's see. You must let's see. I'm sorry. Please note your partner may not be in the same geographic location as you, so be creative. There are ways to contact your partner. I will include the pairing list, which I just talked about. You will need to contact your partner through Blackboard email. It is up to you whether or not to share your personal contact information. You'll need to figure out the best way to contact each other. And I'm not going to give out anyone's personal information, especially if they don't want to. So the best way to do that, to get initially started, is use the Blackboard email. Okay, you should already know, hopefully, how to do that, since most of you have been communicating with me through that. Okay. General information. To do well in this assignment, you will need to think outside the box. Use the internet as a resource. You will have a lot of freedom to develop your topic or idea. I just want to see what you come up with and how you work in a group setting, because that's the whole point of this project. To get an A for this assignment, you will need to do the following. Follow the instructions as they are written. If you do not understand something or need further clarification, you need to let me know. I will not give you an idea or a topic for this assignment. Actually, that pretty much goes for any of the assignments. I want you to think on your own. Submit all the required documentation. Each group member must turn in the same documents. So you'll turn in, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Each group must turn in a YouTube video explaining the portion of the project, and I'm going to get to that right now. So this is what I expect from each of you in the group. This assignment contains multiple parts. It is imperative that you make sure you follow these directions exactly as they are written. So the first thing I require is a PowerPoint presentation. So in it you can include the pictures of the product, facts, charts, graphs, things of that nature. Now, your PowerPoint presentation, and we're going to talk a little more about this as the semester goes on, I don't want to see your paper, word for word in your PowerPoint. Your PowerPoint should enhance your speech. So if it's just a few pictures, I would include graphs and charts and things of that nature, especially when you're talking about sales data or projected values or things like that. But it could just be a few charts and some pictures, and that's fine. I don't want to see your entire paper in a PowerPoint presentation. I turn in at least a 5-page essay in MLA format, and telling what you're going to actually say in your presentation in paragraph form. So I want it all written out. Let's see, with 3 credible sources. So I say use at least 3 credible sources. I would hope you use more. Obviously, if you're using the cell phone idea, you go to their website. Get that information. Cite it correctly. In the helpful information section on this course, I have a link to how to cite your sources in MLA format. There's also a citation generator, so you just plug in the information from wherever you got it, and it'll put it in the right format, and all you got to do is copy and paste it. So, excuse me. So in their 5-page paper, that's all of your data. That's not your data. That's a paragraph of what you're going to say. Everything in paragraph form. Then separately, I want a works cited page with all of your sources on it. Okay, and then your PowerPoint. And then each of you must present at least a 5-minute long YouTube video explaining your part of the assignment. And like I said, have your visual aid. So get creative. If you look on my YouTube channel, I have a few examples. Some students, what they do is they hook their computer up to their TV and present it, their PowerPoint, everything in their living room. That's fine. Or if you want to sit with your laptop at a desk, make sure if you're using a camera or having someone hold it, make sure they hold it still. A lot of times, the video comes out very shaky, and even one time I got motion sickness from it because, they were holding the phone, and it was, find a way to prop it up against something. I don't expect professional quality. I need to see you presenting. That's the whole point, and that's going to be something for all the other speeches. And then I want, in the comment section, who was in your group and what you did. Okay. Each of these items must be attached separately in Blackboard. By now you should know how to attach a file to Blackboard. I will not accept email files. I will not accept the actual movie file. So if it's anything other than a YouTube video, you're not going to get credit for it. There's plenty of links in the helpful information section on how to do this. Many of you have already done it with the intro video that I had you do earlier in the semester. Other things to consider. All projects must be turned in through Blackboard by the posted due date, which it's on Blackboard what date when it's due. You must cite all your sources. If not, you'll be committing plagiarism. You remember from the plagiarism quiz that I had you take at the beginning of the semester. I run all parts of the assignment through a program called SafeAssign, and so I can tell exactly, if you copy word for word, what I want you to get from other manufacturers is their data. Then you put it into paragraph form. I don't want you just to copy and paste everything. That's not the point of this assignment, and it is plagiarism. There are only a few reasons why I will change your partner. You need to work with who I assign you with. Just because you want to work with your friend who's in your same class or something like that, that's not going to work. If there's extenuating circumstances or something like that, but you need to tell me right away. Sometimes your partner's not going to, there are times where they don't participate or not do well. That's part of the group setting. So, if that's an issue, you need to document it and let me know when you turn in your paper. Sometimes you may not get a response from your partner at all. If that's the case, you need to let me know so I can make sure that they don't get credit for this assignment at all. But most importantly, when in doubt, ask me. Don't guess. Okay, that's the worst thing you can do if you don't follow the instructions, or some of you really need some good grades. Your grades are probably not where you want them to be. And at this point, you need some good grades. And remember, this assignment's going to be with all the speeches, which are worth collectively 40% of your grade. So you need to make sure that you do well on this assignment and follow the instructions. So make sure to ask. You will have more than our normal week-long time frame to do this project. I'll give you about 2 weeks to do it. I really hope that your work reflects that you've used that entire 2 weeks to work on it. I can really tell when things are thrown together or submitted at the last minute. Not only just the timestamp of when you submit it, but actually doing it. I can tell. So just make sure you take this opportunity and just don't wait to the last minute. I've talked a lot about it. Oh, look, you can see my cat. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to go over. I figured this would be better hearing me talk about it rather than just reading the assignment. So if you have questions, let me know. The end of this week, I'm going out of town for work. For my other job, and so I'm going to be traveling, so I may not be able to respond to your emails as quickly, but just email me and I will get back to you at least within 24 hours. I do try my best, but there are times when I can't respond almost instantly. So if you have questions, like I said, let me know. Okay.